Yo, what is up guys? In this video we're going to be looking at some of the cool things in Toontown Corporate Clash. I'm a pretty new player myself, I've only been playing for 3 weeks, and yeah, this game is really fun, so I wanted to make a quick video going through some of the cool stuff. So if you're a Toontown Written or any other server player, I recommend, just hearing me out, because I was a player that didn't want to play this game, you know, and then I tried it, and then I was hooked on it, so yeah, we're going to be discussing some of the, the new stuff in the game. So anyway, alright, so one of the major things in this game is the introduction of the leveling system. Now this completely replaces the previous system of getting gag tracks. And basically you get XP for doing everything in the game basically, but you get most of your XP from doing tasks. Because the other ways are, you're not going to get much for just killing cogs or buildings. So with these levels you can get points, and with these points you can buy gag tracks. So they've spread it out incrementally every X amount of levels. So obviously this track, if I wanted to buy it, I'd have to get to a certain level to get a point, and I'd put the point in here. And when I got 2 out of 2 points, it would let me have the gag track. And then once I've got it, they've introduced a prestige system, which makes things very, very interesting and adds a lot more strategy to the game. So basically, now obviously, I forgot to mention is the zap gag. I almost forgot because it's so like second nature now. Like I can't imagine it not being in the game. So yeah, there's a zap gag, which in essence, basically you squirt a cog, and then you can zap it. But now I'm going to explain a little bit about the prestige system, just what each gag does, nothing too complicated. So tune up, if you decide to prestige that with one of your points, then what it does, I have it on this account actually, basically you can see here on tune up it says it heals 94 and then plus 24 self. So when I heal someone else and it hits, of course, I'm going to get 24. When you prestige trap, it gives you more damage. When you do lure, it gives you more knockback damage, only a little bit, but it's really balanced to work, and it's very convenient for certain cog levels that come out. So and then sound, similar story, more damage, and it hits. It's very convenient. If everyone has prestige sound, there's a lot of good combos you can get on certain levels. Right, the next one is squirt. When you prestige this, basically instead of soaking a single cog, so the zap works in that single cog, it soaks the cogs adjacent to that, so when you zap it, it will zap 3 cogs instead of the 1. So that's pretty sick. And the prestige zap does more damage per jump, because as it jumps, the damage decreases, but this reduces that decrease. Prestige throw is like organic in Toontown, it just increases damage, that's quite good. And drop does increased accuracy, which is very nice. Instead of 50%, it would be 70%, which is very nice. But yeah, so that's what the prestiging does, and that is really, really cool. Also, when you get levels, as you level, you'll get a bigger gag patch like that. Also, as you level, you'll get a bigger gag pouch as you reach every 10 levels, I think it is. And obviously, all of the point of these things is to make the game less grindy. You will gain this stuff naturally while you're doing the normal task line, which is a lot more fun than it is before in, Toontown Rewritten and online. Also, another good thing, and another example of how the game is a lot less grindy than it was before, is that fishing is a lot easier. They haven't made it a gambling game where you have to play it 10,000 times to get one fish. In fact, I maxed it, and I maxed it in a few days because I needed jelly beans for something. But yeah, it's a really nice system, non-grindy. You don't have to spend months trying to get one fish. They've increased the likeliness of getting different fish, so that's a really nice touch. Alright guys, so now we're on the streets of the playgrounds I was showing you before. They lack a bit of finesse that the playgrounds do, but obviously it's in beta, they're still building on these. But you can see that the buildings look good. The only quarrel I have is if you see these flat roofs that they haven't added a roof on, they look a bit weird. But yeah, otherwise the buildings that are actually done look very good. Also, Okay, this is Year Toontown one. So again, it's the same story. I don't know why I'm having voice breaks, but anyway, it's also looking at Year Toontown. It's the same story. These buildings look really good, except for these parts with the flat roofs. Hopefully they add that in eventually, but we'll see. But really nice thing is the interiors of Ye Olde Toontown. These are done really well. If you have a look, look at these interiors. Look at that. It's just the level of detail. There's a map thing, which maybe included somewhere. But yeah, this interior is very nice, and there's a few different kinds of interiors that they've done that are really nice. So if we're heading to this place, let's see what this has in store for us. Yeah, so yeah, just another design, got some food, looks quite nice, and all that. So I think that's really cool, you know. I think since I got a big twin on everything, everything was a bit odd. So let me go back to normal, a normal size guy. There you go. Alright, that's much better. But you can see the level of detail on this is just really nice, you know. And hopefully they add that to Acorn Acres, because if we have a look now, it's just got like the default thing, which isn't bad by any means. It's alright. But obviously this is nice. Come on. Alright, another big thing in the game is mini bosses. At the end of each playground, a part of the task line, there are mini bosses that you have to complete at the end of each playground, which is really nice, and we're going to go check one out right now. I think I'll go with both my teams actually, because we can probably one-shot them at this point. Obviously when you first do it, it's kind of difficult, but that's the idea. So let's go check it out. Alright, so I've just come out on the street, and on the task line it tells you to like inspect this place, and you realise that it's not a toony house, but it's a cog building. So you go inside, and you see this room, which is brand new and is really cool. So I'm going to show you this first boss, and basically there's bosses for the other playgrounds, but I'm not going to spoil it for you. This is just the first one. So let's go in. Alright, let's go. Also, I can show you the zap, how zap works, because I have prestige zap and prestige squirt on the other account, so you'll see how it works. You know, it's a bit complicated, especially when you're doing like double strategies. It's a bit weird, but it's really fun, that is. Alright, so you have a nice cutscene you can see, and a custom cog called Derek Man. Yeah, in the battle I have to skip that because that cutscene's a bit longer. But anyway, let's show you some zaps. So if I squirt this cog, and I'll zap this guy. So basically, you'll watch this. So I hit this guy, and the cogs adjacent to it are soaked. If I wasn't prestige, it only soaked that one cog, but because he's weak, he died. But typically they don't die if they're high level. And when I zap this guy, it will jump to the next one, which is really cool. So basically, that's the sound. It sounds much better. It's the better version of. That doesn't make sense. It's the better version of sound. Alright, second round. I remember this being very scary when I was like 25 laugh or whatever. I remember this being very scary when I was like 25 laugh, but obviously now it's no problem. Alright. I can show you prestige, sound. So instead of doing 20 damage, it will do 21 damage because because of the prestiging, and it's nice. So you see at the bottom when you select your gag, it has the amount of damage it will do. So if you're not maxed cake for say, it will say that, it'll say 78 damage or whatever it may be. So yeah, you get like a little SOS card, which isn't that good, but you know, it's a nice thing to have. Yay. Another cool thing are the daily events. If you go onto the calendar bit on the bottom, you can see all the events that are happening, and if there are any big events, they may put it on here. So yeah, you can see there's a gag farming Fridays, notably fish bingo on Wednesdays. Silly Saturday kind of has a mix of everything, and yeah, so this stuff's really cool as well. Oh yeah, and finally, I almost forgot this because again, these things feel so natural. Is the cog type, which is that they added, which is a boardbot, which I haven't got to yet, but have a look. You can see in the gallery the boardbot cogs. Fits in very well. I got a summon here from the lawbot boss. But yeah, let's go on the street and see if we can find one. Alright, I think we've seen one already. This is the Swindler, which is looks vaguely so. Okay, he wants to fight me. I think he's made a mistake. Alright, let's just drop on him. But yeah, I feel like these really fit into the game. After a while, like it's something like I've kind of taken for granted already in the 3 weeks I've been playing it. But yeah, because at first you look at it and you're just like, that's a bit weird. But now it feels so natural. So yeah, that's basically it, guys. Let's go back to Acorn Acres, my favorite playground.
Right, okay, so because of this point here, thanks for listening. Probably have mentioned stuff out, but these are the main things that you need to keep in mind when making series. Thanks for watching. The update's coming in 4 days, so there's that sort of thing now, so take it guys. I'll see you